The air shimmered with an unnatural light as the group stumbled upon the hidden glade. At its center stood a towering crystal, radiating an iridescent glow that seemed to shift with every breath of wind. Hank stepped forward cautiously, his bow at the ready. "What is this place?" Diana whispered, her lance glinting in the faint light. Before anyone could answer, a ghostly figure emerged from the crystal, its form shifting between solidity and transparency. "Travelers," it spoke, its voice a blend of echoes. "You seek a way home. I can grant it, but at a cost." The group exchanged uneasy glances as the spirit's offer hung in the air. "What kind of cost?" Sheila asked, her voice trembling. The spirit gestured toward their weapons. "These tools of magic, forged in the fires of ancient realms, must be surrendered." Eric scoffed, stepping forward with his shield raised. "And we're supposed to trust you?" The spirit's gaze turned cold. "Trust or not, the choice is yours. Leave now or risk everything for the truth of the crystal's purpose." Hank's hand tightened on his bow as the group huddled to deliberate. Presto's voice broke the silence. "What if it's a trick? What if we lose our weapons and still don't get home?" Diana nodded, her grip on her lance firm. "We've been deceived before. How do we know this isn't another trap?" Sheila, clutching her cloak, spoke softly. "But what if it's real? What if this is our only chance?" Bobby's youthful determination shone through. "We've faced worse odds. We can figure this out." As they debated, the crystal's glow pulsed, as if responding to their inner turmoil. "Enough," Hank finally said, his voice steady. "We need answers." Turning to the spirit, he asked, "Why our weapons? What makes them so important?" The spirit's form wavered, its voice softening. "These weapons hold the essence of your strength, your courage. Surrendering them will not weaken you, it will free you." Eric muttered under his breath, "Sounds like a load of nonsense." But Sheila's gaze lingered on the crystal, her instincts whispering that there was more to the story. "What aren't you telling us?" she demanded. The spirit hesitated before answering. "The crystal is both a key and a prison. It grants passage to those pure of heart, but binds those consumed by greed and fear. Your weapons are the final test." Diana stepped closer, her eyes narrowing. "And if we refuse?" The spirit's form darkened, its tone grave. "Then you will remain trapped in this realm, forever seeking but never finding the way home." The group fell silent, the weight of the decision pressing heavily on them. Presto, ever the cautious one, suggested an alternative. "What if we use magic to analyze the crystal? Maybe we can uncover its true purpose without giving up anything." The idea sparked hope, and the group quickly set to work. Presto conjured spells, his hands glowing with energy as he chanted incantations. Diana and Eric stood guard, their weapons ready for any sudden threats. Bobby watched with wide eyes, clutching his club tightly. As the magic enveloped the crystal, the spirit's form flickered violently, its calm demeanor replaced with visible agitation. "Stop!" the spirit roared, its voice reverberating through the glade. "You meddle with forces beyond your comprehension." Presto's spell faltered as the crystal emitted a blinding flash of light. When the group regained their vision, the spirit's form had grown more menacing, its features sharp and angular. "You've awakened what should have remained dormant," it hissed. Hank drew his bow, aiming directly at the spirit. "We won't be intimidated. Tell us the truth about this crystal." The spirit's gaze bore into Hank, its voice a mix of anger and sorrow. "The crystal was created to protect this realm from destruction. It binds the darkness, keeping it at bay. But tampering with its magic weakens the seal. If you continue, you risk unleashing a force that could consume all worlds." Sheila stepped forward, her voice trembling. "Then why offer it to us? Why test us like this?" The spirit softened momentarily. "Because only those willing to sacrifice for others are worthy of its power." The revelation struck the group like a thunderclap. Diana lowered her lance, her voice filled with resolve. "If it means saving others, we can't let fear hold us back," Eric groaned. "You're saying we should just hand over the weapons that have kept us alive? Sounds like a suicide mission." Hank's expression hardened. "It's not just about us, Eric. We've faced challenges before, and we've always found a way through. This time won't be any different." The group gathered around the crystal, their weapons in hand. Presto hesitated, his hat trembling in his grasp. "Are we sure about this?" Bobby placed a reassuring hand on his shoulder. "We've got each other. That's all we need." One by one, they placed their weapons at the crystal's base. As the final weapon touched the ground, the crystal's light flared, enveloping the glade in a radiant glow. The spirit's form stabilized, its expression serene. "You have chosen wisely." A portal began to form within the crystal, its edges shimmering like liquid silver. The group stared in awe, the sight filling them with equal parts hope and apprehension. "Step through," the spirit urged. "Your path home lies beyond." But as they prepared to enter, Sheila paused. "Wait, what happens to the crystal if we leave?" The spirit hesitated. "It will remain here, guarding this realm, but its power will diminish without your sacrifice." Sheila turned to the others, her eyes searching their faces. "We've come so far together. What if staying is the only way to truly protect this world?" Diana placed a hand on her shoulder. "We've done our part. It's time to trust that others will continue the fight." Hank nodded. "We can't save everyone, but we can honor the choices we've made." With heavy hearts, they stepped toward the portal, the light pulling them in. As they emerged on the other side, the world they had longed for stretched out before them. Familiar landscapes bathed in sunlight brought tears to their eyes. But something lingered, an unspoken bond that tied them to the realm they had left behind. "Do you think we did the right thing?" Presto asked quietly. Hank looked at him, his gaze steady. "We made the choice we could live with. That's all anyone can do." Back in the glade, the crystal's light dimmed, its glow now faint but steady. The spirit watched in silence as the realm began to heal. "They were worthy," it whispered, its form fading into the crystal. The weapons left behind shimmered briefly before vanishing, their essence absorbed into the crystal's core. The glade grew quiet, the only sound the gentle rustle of leaves in the wind. In the distance, a new group of travelers approached the glade, their eyes wide with wonder as they spotted the crystal. The cycle had begun again, the crystal waiting patiently to test the next set of adventurers. And so, the story of the Crystal Guardian continued, a testament to sacrifice, courage, and the enduring spirit of those who dared to dream of home.